You're watching another exciting episode where we take a closer look at the most iconic and unforgettable cars in automotive history. From timeless elegance to roaring performance, we bring you a deep dive into the machines that redefined driving. If you're passionate about classic automobiles, stay tuned because today, we're stepping back into the golden age of motoring with a true British legend. Let's talk about a car that exudes class, refinement, and a hint of aggression, the 1968 Jaguar S-Type. Born in an era where design met mechanical excellence, this car stood out not just for its good looks, but for the way it merged comfort and performance in one beautiful package. The S-Type wasn't just another luxury sedan. It was Jaguar's answer to creating a more sophisticated, better-handling version of the already famous Mark II. And trust me, they didn't disappoint. The 1968 model marked the final production year of the original S-Type before Jaguar phased it out. But even as its production life ended, the car left behind a legacy that continues to captivate collectors and enthusiasts alike. One look at the S-Type and you'll notice how it carries the soul of a classic British saloon. With its sweeping lines, curvaceous bodywork, and that unmistakable Jaguar grille, it announces its presence without shouting. It's dignified yet assertive, restrained but never boring. Step inside, and you're transported into a world of handcrafted luxury. The cabin of the 1968 S-Type is a masterpiece in wood and leather. Rich walnut veneer stretches across the dashboard, while the smell of real leather fills the air. The seats are plush and supportive, designed for long journeys rather than quick sprints. The instrument cluster, classic Smith's gauges, and toggle switches give the driver that old-school feel of piloting a refined machine. This wasn't just about getting from point A to point B, it was about enjoying every moment in between. But beauty isn't the only thing the 1968 S-Type offered. Beneath the bonnet, it packed some serious engineering. It came with two engine options, either a 3.4-liter or a 3.8-liter inline-six from the legendary XK engine series. Known for its smooth delivery and reliability, the engine produced up to 220 horsepower in the 3.8 version. Mated to either a 4-speed manual gearbox or a 3-speed automatic, the S-Type had enough punch to keep things interesting on the open road, 0 to 60 miles per hour. Just over 10 seconds, which for its time, was genuinely impressive for a luxury saloon. What really set the S-Type apart, though, was its advanced suspension system. Unlike the Mark II, the S-Type came with independent rear suspension, borrowed from the larger Mark X. This change completely transformed its ride and handling. It glided over rough roads, stayed composed in corners, and gave the driver a sense of control that few other luxury cars could match in the 60s. Jaguar made sure this car didn't just look elegant, it behaved that way too. And let's not forget the overall driving experience. The power steering was light but communicative. The brakes, with four-wheel discs, brought the car to a halt with ease. It was quiet, comfortable, and yet had the soul of a sports car tucked away underneath all that sophistication. Whether you were the driver or the passenger, the S-Type made sure the journey was just as rewarding as the destination. In terms of market placement, the S-Type bridged the gap between the sporty Mark II and the executive class 420. It offered more practicality with a longer boot, better rear suspension, and enhanced refinement. Jaguar knew exactly what they were doing. They wanted to attract buyers who appreciated the charm of the Mark II but needed something just a bit more grown up, without jumping all the way up to the full-sized sedans. The 1968 S-Type was never built in massive numbers, and that rarity today only adds to its value. For collectors, it's a must-have. For purists, it represents the golden balance between Jaguar's racing heritage and its luxury craftsmanship. And for those lucky enough to drive one today, it's an unforgettable experience that modern cars simply can't replicate. As we wrap up, one thing becomes clear: the 1968 Jaguar S-Type wasn't just a car. It was an expression of British engineering at its finest. A car that combined beauty, brains, and balance in one unforgettable package. It didn't need to shout for attention. It earned respect through timeless design, thoughtful details, and an unmatched driving feel. If you've ever wanted to experience the essence of classic motoring with the heart of a grand tourer, this is the car you dream about. Smooth, elegant, confident, the 1968 S-Type is proof that when Jaguar builds a car right, it becomes more than just transportation. It becomes legend. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of legendary automobiles. See you next time with another timeless machine.